Hi, I'm not wearing any pants and this is Chilling in the Nightmare. I cannot figure out how to work my camera very good, so the options were that we either focus on my face or we focus on the flamingo, and in this video I decided we're gonna focus on the flamingo instead of on my face. So what are we talking about today? Well, I heard recently that 2004 was the drunkest year ever. And so I thought, well, let's talk about that. But before I made this video, I asked ChatGPT. I can't get it straight because I like Pontiacs, so I always think of the Grand Prix GTP. But anyways, ChatGPT, I asked it, what was the drunkest year ever? And it said it was 1830. So not 2004 at all. I guess in 1830, everyone was drinking 3 gallons of alcohol a week or something. I don't know. It must have been wasted. Dude, I bet it was so easy to score back then. But 2004 was a very drunk time. This was just somebody who was also my age who thought they were the drunkest dudes that ever were drunk dudes. But it turns out there's always been drunk dudes. And is that even a good thing to be? No, it's a terrible thing to be. If it was up to me, I would not ever drink booze, but I need something to take the edge off. And the nature of my work, I'm not allowed to burn the ganja, or else I'd be doing that and I wouldn't drink. But I cannot burn the ganja, so I do drink, which is, whatever. At this point in life, I'm not really much of a believer in sobriety because I have to be sober all the time anyways. I'm like forced to be sober. I don't even have an option. So sometimes I like to tie one on, and that's when I make these videos, because I have a hard time taking these videos seriously. But if I'm tanked, it kind of makes it make sense. Speaking of which, you want to see something weird? Look at this cup. This cup, my baby mama made it for me. It's got pictures of my oldest daughter, who I haven't seen in 3 years, and my cat, Norman Bates. But the interesting thing about this cup, look at this cup. I put a whole bottle of Biru into this cup. Did you look at a bottle of Biru and you think, oh, there's a bottle of Biru? But no, that whole thing can fit into a coffee cup. That's why you got to get tall boys, because a tall boy would not fit into this cup. So, lesson learned, I guess. But dude, these kids these days, they're wasting their lives not getting wasted. What a waste of not getting wasted. They could be out there getting wasted. Instead, they complain that they're having no luck with women. Well, because they're not having any fun, dude. I mean, we're not the first generation of humans. There's been humans forever, and humans have had alcohol forever. So you can go out there and get wasted and have a good time, and you'll find some chicks. They won't be the best chicks you ever met, but one of them might. But they will be females, and they'll probably be doing the same thing you're doing, getting wasted and having a good time. And bro, I don't think the women are too happy with this situation either. I did this other video about the male loneliness epidemic, but you gotta imagine that it sucks for women too, because they're having a hard time in their own weird female way. They're also having a difficult time. But chicks are always so confused all the time. Even when things are very straightforward and obvious and as crystal clear as it can possibly be, they're still flying off the rails. Because that's the nature of females, But go out there, have a good time. I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about my own life in here, because it'd be kind of, I wouldn't want my wife to see it, But I'm just imagining if I was a young person now, because this is a very strange time in world history. It's it's the zenith of world history. It's the cutting edge of world history. We've never been as advanced as this moment, and it only keeps advancing. As much as we would like it to go backwards in the opposite direction, please, for the love of God, stop the ride. I would like to get off. No, it keeps going forward. And I mean, it's obvious a lot of people are not happy with it. And dude, what would I be doing? I mean, I know what I'm doing now. I've got 3 daughters, and I work, 65 hours a week. I have a very serious job. I have a very serious responsibility, and I take it very seriously. But if I was a young man with nothing to lose and everything to gain, I would say we don't really need to gain anything right now. Because here's what they don't tell you. You can gain things later. You can gain it later unless you're a woman and you're, pushing 40, in which case you're done gaining. But for the men, you should, if you're pushing 40, you should be. But I'm talking to the young people, because that's my video here, is if I was young in this time. This is a bizarre time. You've got technology. What is the technology? The technology is like if an alien banged a demon and then the demon got pregnant and the baby was the internet, and then the baby grew up and developed artificial intelligence, then, and then it became a god, and then you were living inside of it somehow. I mean, there's all kinds of directions you can go with this. And bro, you should be out there chasing tail. And ladies, you should be out there beating these guys off with baseball bats. Don't beat them off how it sounds. Beat them off with literal baseball bats. When these dudes are coming up to you, you gotta be cracking their skulls, or just run. Fucking take off running, But the dudes, these ladies are supposed to do that. So you gotta use your tricks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta horny max. You gotta be the maximum horniness. And you gotta come up with things, write poetry, right? Buy them gifts. Be romantic. It's so simple and so obvious that... Let me tell you an anecdote, all right? When I was young, all my homies, I listened to metal, but all my homies listened to rap, right? And a lot of the rap music was like, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Copyright strike that, yo. But, right, so they were bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Well, that's not a good way to have a good relationship, right? If you're out there under the mindset that bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, you're gonna ruin a lot of relationships. And that was kind of my thinking. Like, I had a lot of good opportunities for good relationships, but we all kind of had a culture of degrading females, disrespecting females, treating them badly, right? If I was typing, I can be eloquent when I'm typing, but if I'm talking, I can't really be that eloquent. But yeah, we didn't treat women very good, right? Ladies, the girls, chicks, we didn't treat them good. We treated them pretty bad. Me specifically. And my dudes also. but also me specifically, I didn't treat them good, and I lost a lot of good ones because I didn't know how to take care of them. I didn't know how to treat them good, you know. And the ladies gotta learn how to find these guys who can treat them good. And I think they do know how it is, but that's back to the guys, is you're trying to trick them into thinking you know how to take care of them and treat them good. It's a whole big freaking game, but it's stupid. We shouldn't be playing it. It's a stupid game. You should just be popping out babies. Like, you can play the game until you pop out a baby, then knock the game off. In our culture, we like to play the game, you know, the guys chasing the girls and the girls pretending like, no, okay. No, okay. You know, your lips say no, but your eyes say yes. Like, that's not a good game to play. We should be playing the just pump out babies and figure it out later. Like, obviously there's no support net, no safety net for making these babies, but it's important. We got to do it. It doesn't matter if we have a safety net or no safety net. Like, dudes, chicks, just go out there and pump out these babies, especially white people. Like, white people were so far behind. Like, let all these brown people get the abortions, but these, you know, if you're white, stop getting abortions, for the love of God. I don't know. Love of God, whatever. I'm gonna have some biru while I collect my thoughts. This is Chilling in the Nightmare, and it doesn't sound chill because, you know, I'm supposed to be performing. But, like, I don't know. I don't know if I made my point or not. I had a whole thing about how cool it would be to be young with this technology and stuff. But, I don't know. My generation, the people that were a few years older than me, they obviously had it better. They had better drugs, they had better parties, they had more fun. You know, they were cooler, more interesting. And I was always trying to figure out how I could be as cool as these people who were a little bit older than me, and I never really figured it out. What I learned was I cannot be as cool as those people. And also, it seems like the young people now, they're having trouble being as cool as the people who are older than them. They're like, what are we supposed to do? We can't do anything. It's like, hold up. There's always a way to be cool. And what we did was we got weird with it. Like, Danny DeVito on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, when he's talking about getting old, and he's like, what are you going to do now that you're getting so old? He's like, oh, I'm going to get real weird with it. Well, do that with your youth. Just get freaking weird with it. We did weird stuff. Like, for instance, I don't know if I should talk about it because YouTube is so, I wanted to say draconian, but they got a problem with everything. You can't talk about everything. But we used to do, I don't think they ever figured out Pig Latin. So, off K Europse, right? If you drink off K Europse, don't do it. It sucks and it's insane. But that's what we did because, you know, we had to do something. And then, I don't know how to say a word that starts with A in Pig Latin, or even a vowel, but Dural A, Adderall A, right? We did that. You know, we were just doing stuff, throwing it at a wall and see if it fits. And a lot of people are good people that don't really have that inclination to, you know, living on the edge and going balls to the wall and just, you know, having a good time and getting into all this crazy stuff. It's actually looked down on. It's frowned upon. You know, people, they have ad campaigns against it. They come into your school and say, we dare you not to do this. I dare you, don't do this, right? So they really don't want you to do it, and I can understand that. But for young people, I mean, it's good when young people don't do it, but it's also kind of good when young people do it, because they're testing boundaries and pushing limits, right? Which I still do that in my adulthood, I still test boundaries and push limits because that's how I learned to learn, was by doing that. And it's not one or the other. Both things are good. And so, it's just, bad boys and good boys, and bad girls and good girls. And, good girls like bad boys for a reason, because girls just want to have fun, and bad boys are fun. But good girls need good boys, and it's obviously better to be a good boy. But there's a trade-off. You're going to have a hard time, because you're not going to learn about women really by being a good boy. You're going to learn about women by being a bad boy, because good girls like bad boys. But, you're really going to learn about bad girls, and you're going to get into bad situations with bad girls and then you're going to be mad that it didn't go good, which, and you're going to have to make the same mistakes over and over and over while you're trying to figure out what is happening, because you went down the wrong path. The right path is to go be a good boy and to find a good girl who appreciates good boys, because those are the best girls. And so, it's like good girls like the bad boys, but the best girls like the good boys. And that's not really what it's about. It's just about, I am kind of talking to the bad boys in this video, is that I feel like you're not taking advantage of this day and age, that you could be out there ripping it up, just tearing it up. Because, bro, it's all coming down. When I was coming up, there was still the edifice, the facade, the mirage, the illusion. Everything was still rigid and structural, and you were expected to adhere to the scenario. Now everybody knows it's just done. It's all going out the window. And bro, if you party, and sister, if you party and you're young and you want to have a good time, what do people do now? They go to music festivals. All right. So those places are pretty dope. They're dope. But dude, those places are there to be dope. Go to places that are not supposed to be dope. Go out into the real world. Like, all right, here's something that happened. The other day, maybe like a month or 2 months ago, I heard that two 15-year-old girls went into this gas station over by where I live, and they stole a bunch of nicotine items, and they ran out the door and took off with all of these nicotine items. And everyone was really mad about it. These little girls, I can't believe somebody would do this. They would go steal these nicotine items from this gas station. And I'm like, everyone was all mad at them. But in my mind, I was like, thank goodness. I was like, there's young people out there doing young people's stuff. It'd be dumb if they were 35 and doing that. But they're not. They were 15. And it's like, I was really relieved that there's still young people doing young people's stuff. And they say that youth is wasted on the young, but that's not for us to decide. We are finished being young. It's for the youth to decide if the youth is wasted on the young. And I remember when I was young, I did not waste an iota of that. I did everything I could until my hair started falling out, and then I was taken out of the game. If I still had hair, I'd still be out there, but that's not the way it went for me. So you see what I'm saying? saying like, don't, just because it's all coming down, you should be rising up like a phoenix from the ashes, you know. Don't let it bring you down. Let it fall down, but you rise up and you do what you want in this world, because it is a strange world that is as strange as it is beautiful. It's never been more strange, and it's never been more beautiful. And your options are unlimited if you just let go of the money and the security and the safety, and you just throw yourself out into it. And I don't know. I kind of had to pause because, you know, it's hard to give people advice, because as soon as you say one thing, it's something, you know, you think like there's a contradiction in your mind, but you're trying to go into one direction. But that's like the Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao. There's always a contradiction to whatever you're trying to say. That's just the nature of language. It doesn't matter. I just want these young people to have a good time and to make lots of babies. All right? As long as you're doing these two things, everything else is going to fall into place. You're not a slave, right? When those babies come, you're going to become a slave. So until those babies are there, you are not a slave. You are free. All right? And then when the babies come, then your slavery is noble and you're doing an important thing to be a slave. So just go have a good time. Don't let this nonsense keep you down. You have to rise up. They are always going to try and crush you down. You have to break free and be free while you really can be, because once those babies get there, freedom is done. But babies are more important than freedom, so there's that. All right, I'm just saying, this is a beautiful, strange day and age, and the youth, it belongs to you. It is yours. And it isn't even mine. I'm not even using it. I'm trying to build it up for my babies. And that's all. And I mean, yeah, it's not going very well, but that's not our fault. You do what you can. For me, I do what I can now. But this isn't about me. This is about you, the youth. You know what I'm saying? Go have fun. Get chicks, get pregnant. That's it. Deuces.